public usually. Do me a favor, everybody. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's burn it down with Kim Brown. Like, share, comment, engage with us as much as you can. So, one Secret Service agent who was assigned to Vice President Kamala Harris's security detail was lunching out. Okay. She had a very bad day. Her name is Michelle Herczeg. Okay. And she has a very interesting story that might explain some of her erratic behavior on the day of Monday, April the 22nd. And this incident that I'm about to describe to you happened at Joint Base Andrews. Well, just pop up the New York Times headline real quick and you can pop it back down. So Joint Base Andrews is located in suburban Maryland, and so the president and the vice president will usually ride on the chopper style, chopper style, Marine One and Marine Two. They will fly the choppers from the fucking White House like ballers, ride the chopper to Joint Base Andrews, where they board either Air Force One or Air Force Two. This was the case happening with Kamala on Monday, April 22nd. She was going to Wisconsin for a campaign event. But before her departure, and all the sources indicate that Kamala did not witness any of this alleged erratic behavior from one of these agents. But Michelle Hertzig is alleged to have lunched the fuck out. And what do I mean by lunch the fuck out? So Agent Hertzig allegedly, according to reports, according to Real Clear Politics, and I think the Washington Post also reported upon it as well. But she allegedly took a male agent's phone and began deleting apps from off of his phone. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read the headline. It says, agent removed from Harris's detail after, quote, distressing behavior. Headline for the New York Times. Thank you, Will. You can take that down. We ain't got to look at Kamala no more. So Agent Hertzig, again, apparently began exhibiting distressing behavior, taking a comrade or one of her colleagues' phones and allegedly began deleting apps from his phone. She was hiding behind curtains, allegedly throwing menstrual pads. Of what state of cleanliness the menstrual pads were, I do not know. They were not specific in the reports that I read. She was also being loud and telling her fellow agents that they were going to burn in hell. I said, "Oh my God, Michelle, go on." I said, Michelle, you keep telling the piggies about themselves. So the morning culminated. There we go. That's the word. Ding. Culminated with Agent Hertzig allegedly attacking physically one of her supervisors with punches in fist and feet. She went after her supervisor with hands and feet, according to reports, right? So, when it comes to police on police violence, we are here for that. Like when the police start physically beating upon each other, we don't know who to root for. Who do we root for in this situation? So as a result, the agent has been removed from duty. She has been removed from Kamala Harris's Secret Service detail, right? Secret Service been having a hell of a couple of years under the Biden administration. Remember, we always shout out to the only Bidens worth a damn in the world. And of course, that is Commander and Major Biden, the good boys who were biting the shit out of the Secret Service. Oh, shit. Biting the shit out of the Secret Service. I said Commander and Biden and Major, the best boys in the world. And they sent them away. And they sent them away. I said, that's not nice. I don't appreciate that. Thank you so much. Regular Joe. That's what I'm talking about. Regular Joe. That's that support. We appreciate that. Thank you so much, Regular Joe. Thank you. So Agent Herczeg has been removed from duty. Okay, like I said. So, but Will, if you could pop up the New York Post piece, because we may have a little bit of insight as to what may have pushed Agent Hertzeg's actions to create the disturbing behavior. Because according to the New York Post and also reporting by the Dallas Morning News, prior to becoming a Secret Service agent, Michelle Hertzeg was a member of the Dallas Police Department. She had been a member of the Dallas Police Department, I believe, since 2008, but it was in 2015 that she alleges that she was assaulted by another officer. Okay. Now, guys, we know that this is not an uncommon experience for women police officers to not only experience sexual harassment, but to be outright raped by their male co-workers. We covered a story here in Prince George's County where the white woman police officer was raped by her white man fellow officer. He was convicted, but his conviction was overturned on some crazy shit. But this is not uncommon nor unusual. And I generally I hate it for women when women have to find out the hard way what it's like to be one of few in an all male space. Because I'm telling you, when it's all men or mostly men and they're in charge, they're going to behave like men. Okay. And we all know what that means. Okay. Even the manosphere knows exactly what the fuck that means. Okay. So what happened? This woman joined the Dallas Police Department, was an officer for several years. She experienced what she calls an assault at the hands of another officer. She reported it. Nothing was done. She went on to file suit against the Dallas Police Department. And her suit, I think she sued them for $1 million, alleging not only sexual harassment, but retaliation. She says after she reported her assault, her overtime got docked. She said that she had been given an assignment on a special detail within the Dallas Police Department. That was rescinded. She was not allowed to participate in that anymore. So she said, not only did one of my fellow officers, one of my fellow protecting servers, not only was I essayed by him, but then the system united against you to silence you, to discredit you, and to ultimately drum you out of the Dallas Police Department, which is exactly what happened. By the way, her lawsuit, her $1 million lawsuit, was thrown out by a court. She appealed, and her appeal was denied. I think the last time that this most recent denial of her appeal happened within the last couple of years. I'm not exactly clear how long she's been a Secret Service agent, but I'm willing to bet that the culture of the Secret Service, which is overwhelmingly, like all law enforcement agencies, overwhelmingly dominated by predominantly men, right? It's a mostly male space. You think that was nice to her? you think that was nice to Michelle? Look at Michelle. Michelle just want to protect and serve. That's it. She just wants to serve her country. But you can't serve her country because the fucking men keep fucking bothering her with unrequested penis and fucking harassment. And that I do not say jokingly, to be perfectly honest. This is the story, unfortunately, of a lot of women in all kinds of professions, not just law enforcement, right? Where you have these sectors that are heavily dominated by men. Pick a sector. Finance, law, broadcasting, like where you want to go here? You know what I'm saying? Where the patriarchy is very strong. and in order to put you in your place, or to make you be aware that you are simply some sort of vagina quota in some way, right? We already know she got the job because she's a woman. Yes, that's why women have, I guess, long been dominant in in the workforce, because that's what exactly what happens. Women always get jobs just because they're women. I guess that's why we make so much more than men. That's good, Will. Thank you so much. So, I'm not certain if any charges will be pressed against Michelle Hertzig for putting hands and feet on her supervisor, though I do say I commend the effort. I commend the effort. You know, if one of them mandem was up there talking crazy to you, sure, throw a pad at his head. Throw a pad right at his head. Tell him he gonna burn in hell. And if he say something else, smack the shit out of him. I don't know if I have any issue with Michelle's actions here, to be perfectly clear. Now, I in many ways, simply because she is police. Yeah, I like empathy. I do have empathy for her, as a survivor on some level. You guys obviously know that, but she is a police, so you know, I giveth my empathy and I taketh it away in the same breath. But Michelle, I stand in solidarity with you smacking the shit out of your male coworker, especially if he said something, especially if he did something fucked up. I I hope more of the story ends up coming out, and more rationalization of your actions, because it's so easy to dismiss when a woman finally snaps and loses her shit. Oh, that bitch is crazy. I knew that bitch was crazy. She must be on her period or something. Man, listen, if you only knew the amount of the literal tonnage of shit that women endure before actually snapping, you would be surprised that women did not snap way sooner. So I think everybody got off a little easy here when it came to Secret Service agent Michelle, when she decided to lose her shit just a little bit.